Welcome back to Psyched Substance. Due to popular demand, I am going to be reacting to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. We are going to assess the acid scene for accuracy, both how it visually depicts the LSD affects him, how it depicts the LSD visuals, and we're also going to assess it for safety to let you guys know if the drug in said movie has been consumed in a safe way. You'll have to excuse my voice. I am experiencing some serious acid reflux right now, and the entirety of my throat is burning. So I'm going to do my best to speak in a way that you can hear me. Just might sound a little choppy like this, but hey, whatever. This is the video. Let's get on with it.
According to YouTube guidelines shown here, videos which intend to educate are documentary by nature and do not glorify the use of drugs. Both abide by community safety guidelines and are eligible for monetization. The following video does not glorify the use of drugs. Instead, it attempts to be non-biased while delivering vital life-saving information disguised as entertainment. We do not display graphic use. There are no scenes showcasing drug consumption, and any insinuation of use should be taken as satirical at best. Thank you, YouTube.
Now, my first question is, I don't know which drug scene to react to in this movie. There are multiple sequences where psychedelics are consumed. So we're just going to start with the first one, I think. As with all of these drug reaction videos, I need to make it clear that I am making this for harm reduction, to keep you guys safe, you know, education. And also due to copyright, I can't show more than 10 seconds, 10 or 11 seconds at a time. So I'm going to be having to cut. We got to do it a specific way to please the YouTube overlords. So anyway, let's get right into this.
Here's your half of the sunshine acid. Eat it.
That's Hunter S. Thompson, and he was just handed 4 tabs of the infamous orange sunshine acid, which was the acid that was distributed by the Brothers of Eternal Love, which Nick Sands was a part of, the guy who first synthesized DMT, smokable DMT. And there was this huge controversy for the longest time around orange sunshine acid, where the brothers, who were arrested for its creation ultimately, claimed that it was an analog called ALD52, which at the time and currently isn't illegal. So for the longest time, people thought that this powerful orange, like it was famous because it was so good. They actually thought that it was not LSD, that it was ALD52. But it turns out years later, during like a Reddit AMA, he actually admitted that it was in fact LSD that they were manufacturing. So the orange sunshine acid was just some real pure LSD, and it was dosed at somewhere around 300 micrograms a hit. Just to give some context to what dose he's taking, if he's got what appears to be 4 of those in his hand, that is over 1,000. That's 1,200 micrograms of LSD, with today the average street blotter being anywhere from 50 to 100. That's over 10 times as strong as today's average hit. And he's driving a car and about to take it. Of course, I don't know how accurate this film is to the real life adventures of the true Hunter S. Thompson, but if it's anywhere close, the guy was a f***ing madman.
How long do I have?
As your attorney, I advise you to drive at top speed. It'll be a goddamn miracle if we can get there before you turn into a wild animal.
Absolutely accurate. It'll be a goddamn miracle if they get there before he turns into a wild animal. And it appears that his attorney is licking cocaine off of his briefcase.
Are you ready for that? Checking into a Vegas hotel under a phony name with intent to commit capital fraud and a head full of acid? I sure hope so.
30 minutes. It was going to be very close.
Acid comes on anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, 30 to 90 minutes realistically, but it's got a dose response curve that raises with the dose, or sorry, a time response curve that raises with the dose, meaning obviously, I mean, it's not so obvious to everybody, but to me, higher doses are gonna hit not just exponentially harder, but faster. Meaning if it normally takes you 60 minutes for like 100 micrograms to come on, you might feel 1,000 in like 20 or less. Effects are going to manifest sooner because you're just being completely overrun with this molecule fitting into those serotonin.
But she's all you'd ever want. She's the she always goes someplace. She's got style, she's got grace. She's a real.
Come on, take the ticket. I'm busy here. Come on, take the ticket. Take it. Take the ticket.
It looks to me like he's about to be tripping out.
I'll remember your face.
Oh, you see that? Let's go back.
Come on, take the ticket. Take it.
Watch his face. Watch his face.
Take it.
I need this, right?
I'll remember your face.
Yeah, the morphing has begun. That was very accurate. You can look at people, and it has this effect where it looks like their nose and their chin and their head is just starting to like breathe on its own, and it does this like woo woo woo, this shrinking and stretching effect.
There is no way of explaining the terror I felt.
Yeah. I mean, if he's no stranger to acid, he shouldn't be shocked by these effects. These effects you get at 100 micrograms, man.
I was pouring sweat.
Yeah. I'd be sweating my balls off too if I was around so many people about to check into a hotel on 1,000 micrograms of acid. Just the very act of being around so many strangers would be terrifying. It feels like you have some kind of psychic connection to the souls of all of those around you, and you can almost hear their thoughts at times. Like you become one with everybody. And when you're around so many strangers, it can be so freaking threatening to little old you. Not to mention having to actually articulate your thoughts to another human being at the register. Ooh, terrifying. I wouldn't be able to do it. I would have left.
My blood is too thick for Nevada. I've never been able to properly explain myself in this climate.
Properly explain yourself in the climate or when you're tripping your ass off?
Okay. Be quiet. Be calm.
As you can see, I am currently supporting YouTube, and we're watching this video via renting it on the YouTube, which is awesome. I thought I'd have to like get some VPN on and change my location to maybe watch it on Netflix, because you know sometimes there's movies that are on Netflix or Disney Plus where like they're technically on the platform, but they're only available in certain countries, so you have to actually use a VPN to watch it. I thought I'd have to do something like that, which would have been perfect for the video's shout-out sponsor. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, which allows you to do just that. Say you're trying to watch a movie that's active on Netflix and you can't find it, but you're like, oh man, if only I lived in the States, because you know I live in Canada, I'd be able to watch this movie. Well, with a VPN, you can go on, you can change your actual location, refresh the page, go back to Netflix, and now voila, you all of a sudden exist in the United States magically. There's still this huge taboo around substance use, which I wish wasn't there, but unfortunately it is. And having a VPN adds another layer of protection, especially if you're doing some other sketchy things that I'm not going to talk about here. A lot of us could use those extra layers of protection so that we are squeaky clean upon inspection. And that's what a VPN can do. You can turn that VPN on, and then your own internet provider cannot see the websites you are visiting. If you follow the link in my video description or go to Surfshark and use code PSYCHED, you are going to get 83% off, which unlocks the best price for VPN on the market, and you get a free 3 extra months of use. That's a massive deal just for using the link. And of course, if you sign up to Surfshark via my link, you also help the channel. The more of you guys who sign up for the VPN, the more likely they are to sponsor more videos, and then I can put this money back into the channel to get us up to having maybe 1 or 2 editors, and hopefully up to the point where we're releasing a video a day. That is the goal right now. But in order to do that, I need some gosh darn editors. Check out the link, Surfshark, 83% off. Keep yourself protected, and let's get back to this review. Love you guys. Hope you're all enjoying, and my voice is getting lost the more I talk.
Name, rank, and press affiliation. Nothing else.
Hamburger stand, the waitress about 16 years old. They chopped her goddamn head off right there in the parking lot, didn't they?
Oh, the carpet's looking real cool. That's pretty accurate. Carpets get this pattern repetition, and it kind of looks like the pattern can start flowing. Man, carpets are some of the coolest things to stare at on acid. So pretty accurate for the come up so far, I must say.
The holes in her and sucked out the blood. They were after the pineal gland, I think. Yeah.
I mean, maybe everything except the fact that it's climbing up the dude's leg, but you gotta, again, look at the dose. At a dose that high, you're probably gonna start seeing 3D objects emerge in space that you could take a 360-degree view on. Like, you're gonna see some shit on that dose, man. Some shit that I can't even try to explain.
No, how's your mama?
Ignore this terrible drug. Yeah. Pretend it's not happening.
Oh, she looks quite freaky. Looks like a goddamn lizard herself.
Fire! Roll Duke on the list. Free lunch on the list.
Oh, she's breathing like a goddamn frog. He's toast. She's gonna slap her tongue out and suck him up.
Total coverage. I have my attorney.
Oh, that's gotta be the worst. Tripping balls, woman's about to turn into a frog, eat you like a damn fly, and your friend attorney has left you.
With me? And I realize that his name is not on that list, but we must have that suite. Yes, we must have that suite.
Oh my gosh.
What's the score?
No. It's scary. Notice how she's already got one of those like really long, exaggerated mouths. This is what the LSD will do. It's kind of like it creates a real life caricature of the person. Like, you know what makes a caricature drawing good is if someone has a slightly big nose in their caricature, you give them like this massive nose. So the LSD is going to exaggerate features that are already slightly out of proportion.
What's next?
Your suite isn't ready yet, but someone was looking for you.
Oh my God, she turned into an eel. On low doses, this kind of shit does not happen. And I usually say that full-on hallucinatory transformations aren't plausible on LSD period. Those are more going to fit the bill with deliriant-style drugs like Datura is going to cause this type of thing a lot more consistently than something like LSD. But the dose makes the poison, man. At a dose this high, there's really no saying what could happen. Like, maybe. I'm not going to say this is normal because, like, the hallucinations you do see, it's not necessarily like they're going to make sense in regards to being something that is pre-existing on this planet. Like if you see someone morph, it's probably not going to morph into what you know as an eel. It's going to morph into something so alien that I can't describe it right now. But good luck making the movie make sense of that. So, I mean, they're doing their best. You got to give it to them for doing their best.
This man suffers from a bad heart. Would have plenty of medicine. I give his doctor comes. Prepare a suite at once. We'll be in the bar.
Oh no, I remember this scene. I forgot to mention that I haven't actually seen this movie in over a decade. It's been a long time. I should really sit down and watch it in its entirety, but yeah, let's just rate it based on these scenes. Oh no, he's looking in the mirror. Everyone says do not look in the mirror on acid, but I always do. It almost feels like it gives you an insight into your soul's purpose.
Gee, but I'm starting to feel that drink.
Oh, she's feeling that drink, baby. He's feeling a little more than a drink.
You got it.
I bet you're a Libra.
Oh, I can only imagine what all of these creatures look like on that dose. I would imagine they would look full on like creatures, like you're kind of watching Animal Planet.
Who's Lucina?
Servant?
Yeah, he's been frozen on the 12th floor. On the 12th.
If Animal Planet was taking place in a different dimension.
Order some golf shoes. Otherwise we'll never get out of this place alive.
Now, this is a little bit much. The blood pouring in on that dose, I really don't think you'd be in a bloody nightmare, but who knows? Oh shit. Oh shit, what's happening? Oh my god. Normally, I would say this is not possible, but if you guys have watched my content for a while, you know what's coming next. You know I've had a trip. Granted, I mixed acid with DMT, but a high enough acid dose is going to feel like a DMT breakthrough where I looked in the mirror and my face transformed into a lizard. Not too dissimilar to this. I mean like a full-blown lizard-looking alien thing. Yeah, maybe there's some truth to seeing the lizards because this could for sure happen. Maybe the guy who made this scene saw the same shit that I did because I don't know what it is about the lizards. Maybe we're seeing like our reptilian brain, like an actual 3D visualization of our literal reptilian brain come to fruition. Who knows? Or maybe we're actually seeing the seeds to reality were planted by actual aliens and we're actually created or controlled by alien overlords and they're just kind of puppeting us. It's kind of like we're in a video game, but the alien reptile is the player. And when we die, we go back and become that alien. Who knows? I will say this would be absolutely fucking terrifying.
I was right in the middle of a fucking reptile zoo. And somebody was giving booze to these goddamn things. It won't be long now before they tear us to shreds.
There's no words for this.
How many should have Henry?
What's going on here, this kind of like the echoing and the confusion that they're trying to show is absolutely accurate. You are so confused.
Tell me about the fucking golf shoes. Jesus God almighty, look at that bunch over there, man. They've spotted us.
And that's the scene. Well, let's cover the basics. Did that display safe substance use? No. Taking over 1,000 micrograms while you're driving and checking into a hotel under fake names is nowhere close to safe use. Was that an accurate representation of what a dose that high can look like? I'm going to give it a rating from 1 to 10. On a rating of 1 to 10, keep in mind based off what you could show, and you can only show things that are relative to what people in the sober mind can relate to, meaning you can't really show unrelatable footage of shit that you have to be in a trip to see that you can't even understand in the sober mind. So when you want to convert it to that language, I'm going to say it's a solid 8 out of 10 for visuals. It wasn't too bad. It could have been better, but it really wasn't too bad. And especially showing just the chaos and the stretching and the carpet crawling and hey, even the full-on reality shifting into something terrifying, demon-like that I've personally seen. I've seen demonic shit like that on high doses. It was pretty accurate to what can happen when you're in a bad headspace, in a bad location, and you're overstressed and you shouldn't be taking anything. But would I have done differently? Basically take everything I just said and do the opposite. And that's what I would have done differently if I was doing safe use. Especially taking a dose that high was a terrible idea. I mean, if you're going to do it in an unsafe way, like if you're going to dose as you're checking into a hotel, first of all, obviously never dose driving. Like there's no excuse or no reason why you would ever want to do that. But if you're going to do it when you're checking into a hotel or something that puts you around people, you want to keep the dose at 100 micrograms max, maybe a little bit less. I've had some good experiences being in big crowds on like 70 to 100 microgram mark and, watching circus acts and some really cool stuff. Cirque du Soleil, baby. But once you surpass that level, your own paranoia can become too intense to enjoy your surroundings whatsoever, meaning you're kind of feeling like, damn, I wish I didn't take that at all. Anyway, if you enjoyed that video, make sure you smash that like button, hit the thumbs up, and leave an algorithm comment below. That means even if you don't know what to say, just type, "This is a comment for the algorithm," and it will actually help get this video more shared. In fact, the more of you who like and leave comments, the more likely my channel is to finally rid itself of this ridiculous shadow ban that we have going on. So please, if you support my channel, if you're gonna do anything, just leave a comment, smash that like button, let me know below what movie you want me to cover next. There's so many movies to react to. This was just one of the most requested, and rightfully so. It's like the classic acid trip or, drug exposure movie. Anyway, let me know what you liked, didn't like. Check out Surfshark. Huge thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Until next time, take care, guys, and hopefully my voice comes back soon. I love you.